Hi there, welcome to this equipment review. I'm talking to you today about Odyssey Stroke Lab putters and putters in general and their design. So with regards to the Odyssey Stroke Lab from a technology point of view, we've got quite a unique feature here. The shaft itself is 40 grams lighter, okay, so just 75 grams. You've got a combination of graphite here and you've got steel here. Okay, so basically they've taken that weight that was in the middle of the golf club and they've distributed it up the grip end and up the head end. The feedback on that is that the awareness of the head, okay, and the balance of the entire putter can help control backswing length, speed of delivery, and the squareness of the face. Now I think a lot of that, it isn't magic, but when you've got a putter that feels right to you, that is definitely something that improves, yeah? Your ability to control the rotation of the face, your ability to swing at a consistent length of stroke and a consistent speed and strike it with a square face, all those things add up to better results, okay? There's no doubt about it. From a technology point of view, you've got Odyssey's White Hot insert, okay? So White Hot is a urethane material. It's their particular blend lends itself to resilience, okay? So the ball comes off quickly, it's efficient. And if you've got quick speed off the face, that lends itself to ball roll. And that's enhanced from Odyssey's perspective by what they call the micro hinge technology, which tries to promote immediate end over end ball roll. It does roll the ball really well. I think it's a really nice product. Like all our product reviews, we're not trying to make you run out and buy new products based on what we're saying here, but we want you to make aware of what it is that's going on. So that's the technology aspect of this putter in a nutshell. But it's all about balance and it's all about feel. If it feels right to you and it also looks right to you, it has the right balance, then you are able to putt better, okay? Other things that you need to be aware of when choosing a putter for yourself is, you can do this on your own putter to find out what it is you like about it. This particular one, okay, this is what we would call a blade style putter, although this particular one has a slightly extended back flange. Okay, when you pull the weight back away from the face, that tends to make it more stable on off-center hits, so the putter head won't twist as much if you strike it off the toe or off the heel. Okay, this particular one, a blade style putter, usually has a bit more toe hang. On this particular one here, you can see as I balance that, it balances with the face towards the sky. That's what we call face balance. In theory, that lends itself to players who stroke the putter head with less rotation on the back and on the way through. Okay, it tends to lend itself to feeling good for those particular players. You do find face balance tends to lend itself, or it tends to be putters with an extended back to it. Okay, so for example, this one here. Okay, this has the two ball alignment, which is something else we'll talk about. But when you pull the weight back away from the face, it makes it more forgiving. So if you don't tend to strike it center every single time, and believe you me, that's most of us, then this can actually resist twisting. On the offside of that, it doesn't lend itself for you to be able to control the rotation of the face as easily. It kind of wants to swing straight back and straight through, which doesn't actually happen, but with less rotation back and through. Okay, so a face balanced putter and a extended mallet style putter tends to be more forgiving. The other things, of course, obviously the two ball is a great example, is the alignment features. Sorry, it's going to get a bit noisy now. The dog's just arrived. Steve Gordon, his dog Bobby. That's a nice little interjection, isn't it? Okay, so alignment's also a key feature of what might appeal to you. Okay, in this particular case, you've got the two ball feature, which lines itself up with the golf ball itself, and actually make sure that you center the ball exactly in the middle of the putter. Okay, also gives you a very nice visual of the putter head moving back and forth. Another example of that is this. Here's another example. This is the Tuttle putter, okay, which features the three very bold straight lines. Once again, these two frame the ball nicely and give you a nice visual for the putter head moving. And this one here helps you center the ball in the middle of the face, which is actually a key area. A lot of the time we find ourselves, not quite centering it in the face, which leads to an inefficient contact, therefore reduced ball speed and therefore distance control. So alignment features are really, really important. This one, being a mallet, is more face balanced, okay? And to give you an alternative visual of that, you can see this one here, which we call blade style putter, like the first one I showed you, but much thinner, as you can see in terms of this weight. Also a little bit longer from heel to toe. This one balances more toe down, what we call a little bit more toe hang, okay? And if you tend to arc your putter on the way back and on the way through, if you rely upon that timing, it's nice to have a toe balanced or more toe weighted putter, because actually when you actually align the toe with the heel and in line with the shaft, actually it becomes very obvious that you squared the face, yeah, and you actually have the ability to work the blade a little bit more close. If you're more hands orientated, then it helps you square and line that putter head up a little bit more easily. Okay, on this one here, from an alignment perspective, just a nice, simple, clean, straight line, nothing on the top line here. All right. And then finally, final one I've got here is actually the fang putter. Okay, we call it the 7, and that shape there is quite distinctive. You've seen that on the TV a lot, I'm sure. And once again, you've got these 2 wings out here. When you've got the wings out there, you're actually spreading the weight to the very perimeter. Once again, that makes it a very forgiving putter on toe and heel offset putters, or offset strikes rather. We can also see on these putters, a lot of them have the weights. Okay, so you can shift the weights. Heavier weight down into the head means you can concentrate the weight, and that's part of taking the weight away from the middle of the putter, from that shaft, using the graphite, you know, and getting the putter to balance better. All right, so other things, of course, you're looking at are things like lie, you know, how the putter sits, you know, depending if your spine angle is a little bit more tilted, yeah, or a little bit more upright. If it's more tilted, your eyes will tend to be more over the ball, okay, and that will probably lend itself to a slightly less rotation on the way back and on the way through. If you tend to stand a little bit taller, then rotation will be a little bit more obvious, okay, you'll be rotating it a little bit more. So length will dictate where your eye position is to some degree, and then also that length and where your eye position is will also dictate how the club should be sitting on the ground in terms of its lie. All right, so in this direction here. Okay, so obviously from a grip perspective, you've got things like smaller and thinner grips, heavier and lighter grips, once again to control that balance, and also how it fits into your hand. If you have a bigger grip, this is a fairly big grip, but it's a fairly classic pistol size grip, okay, so it fits into the fingers quite nicely and promotes a little bit of hand action, if you like, or it allows you to rotate the putter head a little bit more. If you go for a bigger style grip, such as this one here, okay, that tends to minimize hand action, okay, so if you want to take the hand action out of your stroke, you think like you're hitting it a little bit too much or yipping it perhaps, that can help. But be aware that it also can desensitize the stroke a little bit as well, if that's an important feature for you. Okay, so that's just a little insight into some of the putter models that are in the Stroke Lab for the Odyssey range. Some of the insights there are about how the club is set up for you. Obviously, we've touched upon the technology. The key thing is actually to choose it for the right reasons. Change the things that we've spoken about, be aware of the things that we've spoken about in order to help you with the things that matter to you. You know, do you struggle with distance control? Do you struggle with alignment? Do you like the feel and the look of your putter? Yeah, all these things can actually be changed to suit you better and help probably what is the most important part of the game. All right, so anyway, I hope that all helps. If you'd like to have all these videos in one place, and just click below and join the free Facebook group. Hope to see you in there, and I hope it helps, and I'll speak to you soon.